Tell you about my ex-girlfriend and what she's doing right now. She's spending her time on Facebook messaging people. I don't know if she's doing it anymore since she might have gone to jail already for perjury. But she opened a fake restraining order saying that I grabbed her wrist at a health food store in front of people. And this was so that I wouldn't know what she was actually saying to people. And I don't really know what she was saying, but people were warning me about it. While I was with her, she warned me about it. I mean, not her, but her friends. Her friends told me, well, when I changed my relationship status to taken with her, was the first time I lost a bunch of friends on Facebook. And the reason they told me, Barnaby Felton was one of them. The reason they told me was because she makes up lies about her ex-boyfriend. And I was trying to support her. I did. I actually paid for her rent and everything. Paid for everything. I brought her on a vacation. And we went to the Bay Area. And anyways, like painted a house and stuff like that. And she when I told her that I was never going to sleep with her again, the next day she asked me for money. She showed me how the phone that she bought me. So I bought her a bunch of stuff, right? And so she did it in return, and she asked me for the money back. I told her, okay, I'll give you this much every month until I pay it back. And then, which I didn't have to do because I paid her easily 5 times that much. But anyways, so she said, she called up the next day. She actually did this in text messages. She said, "You're off the hook. I found a way to get money, but I have to block you. I have to block you on Facebook, and you can't text me. You can't message me online. The only way you can contact me is by writing me in the mail. And I'll unblock you on your birthday," she said. And then a restraining order showed up at my place, so I fought it. And when I went to fight it, it was very obvious that she lied. I showed them the proof, but the judge said, it didn't really matter because it was being dropped off my record anyways, and it was almost over anyways. So I honestly think that more should have happened. I think she should have got in more trouble, but because of what she did. So before I moved in with her, I had dreams that were in black and white of robbing a bank with her. And now I figured out that it was because she was writing back everybody that I knew to get money. And she did this every day. She'd do it for a ride to go somewhere. She would do it to pay her rent, and it was actually working. This is actually how she paid her rent, by messaging people, making up stories about how I was an abusive rapist, stalker, or whatever the heck, I don't really know. But a dangerous stalker, and she was scared, and I owed her money. And this is what she would do to get money, do this pity thing, right? And so this is what she did instead of work. She did this instead of work. And she's done it for years. She did it for years. And when I was in a relationship with her on Facebook, she became friends with everybody that I knew while I wasn't using Facebook. She messaged people like they could see her wall, and they could see these people that she would message that would talk about me as if it was the truth. So all these people started to unfriend me And all these people started to do things like she would tell people to kick me out of a club or a Facebook group or something like that. And she was getting all these people that didn't know me against me, that didn't know her either. They didn't actually know her either, because the people that did know her knew that she did that. But anyways, so what's really sad is that Facebook allowed this. Really messed up. They could actually allow one person to do that to me. Like, it completely messed me up. It almost killed me. It almost killed me. Because people are constantly hacking them. They're reading this stuff and they're thinking that it's real. But see, before I met her, she was going on bondage websites and she was advertising herself. She would put a picture of a noose, put pictures of herself, and say, "I'm looking for somebody to rape and kill me." This is something I've never used this before. I was never in that scene. But I have wanted to see if I could find her, and just curious, But everybody knew that I wasn't in that scene, and I didn't really support that. I've never done anything like role play a rape scenario. That was completely dangerous. Yoshi that did that. The Flaming Lips did their album Yoshimi Battles Pink Robots to warn him, I guess. And he's dead now. And his wife told me about his death while I was in line for a drink at the Fez. So anyways, this club shut down. This is a long time ago, before this girl was spreading these lies about me. But this is a wake-up call for Facebook and how dangerous it actually is. It still is. It still is actually very dangerous, because con artists and illegals that aren't working will try to just use Facebook to get money. And they'll take advantage of people. And they've done this to me. She has done this to me. There's more than one person that's tried to do this to me. But while I was using Facebook, because they're reading all this nonsense, they would do things like not allow me to use the marketplace. They would do things like all sorts of things. When I tried to order stuff on Amazon, I wouldn't be able to, because this girl worked at Amazon. Anyways, when I tried to use dating websites, the Facebook network had people working at those dating websites, and they actually stalked me and prevented me from being able to meet people as if it was real. So it's really, really ridiculous what happened. And who knows how many people, bought into this and, warned other people and all this stuff, and her proof was restraining order that was based off of lies. I mean, even if it was honest, she said that I grabbed her on the wrist at a health food store around people, because she knew. It's ridiculous. Like, I was, a guy wearing makeup. So how could that be? I mean, it didn't fit, obviously. I was never into the bondage thing either. I was into the goth thing, but I was into like the feminist side of it, kind of, because I grew up around lesbians and stuff, and my mom was a lesbian, and I kind of wore makeup to be accepted by women, and like what she shared was totally not real. If our friends were conservative, she would have said that I was a rainbow person, that was a Bernie supporter, and just all this stuff that wasn't true. But I mean, I could support him, somewhere. I mean, he's a politician, so it's not like going to be everywhere. But I'm trying to get more involved in politics, but I was in the Green Party the most. But I mean, I'd like to be on the red side, but the oil thing is scary, and they haven't spent enough money to, clean up. So, there's grants and stuff that I know that we could use, but I'm confident the red side would do that, but I don't really care. It's not something that fills me with hate, and not something that fuels me to go, warning all these other people about somebody I don't even know because of what people said on Facebook. That's totally ridiculous. But it really happened a lot more than I know, especially because of being attractive. Whenever there was a girl interested in me, she had to know about it. And, this absolutely ruins me. This absolutely ruins me. I haven't been able to recover from it yet because so many people did it that, they're ashamed to admit that they did it. And they're scared of supporting me because of whatever it was that they witnessed. Their friends or whatever on Facebook saying that I was this and that, and I don't even know. But that's really surprising. I've actually never said anything bad about other people behind their back. I've never been that kind of person. There was the night that I lost a family member. I was really upset, and I didn't want to say anything bad about behind the back of anybody, but I was kind of blaming somebody else because she told her to break up with me while she was pregnant. And so I went on the wall and I complained or something, I don't know. But that was the only time I ever did anything that was like bad. And I was drunk, and the girl knew that did it to me. She knew that it was totally out of line what she did to me. But she didn't really know though, she didn't really know everything. So, but she would have apologized by now, and she would have, all this would have been made right. But this girl making up these lies and all these people doing this has made it more difficult for everybody. Well, anyways, that's pretty sad that happened. And, a lot of people did things for me, and they don't deserve to be judged because of doing things for me. Because these people think that they know me and they think that they know what happened. It's absolutely evil. Because this girl going to jail for committing perjury, it's not like she's going to tell people that happened. And it's not like she's going to stop conning people with the same con to try to get money or help or whatever. Because there were so many people that were helping her do it. They didn't really know that they were doing this for her. But this is the truth. This is actually what happened. So anyways, I spent the day going to restaurants and stuff, going to people to advertise their product on my website. And, I've been doing something like giving out like 600 flyers a day or something like that. So, because I need a lot of traffic to be able to, make money. But, at one of these places, one of the people recognized me because of stuff that she was saying. So it's so surprising that this has happened. It's really surprising. It's really surprising that Mark, that must know about it, hasn't done something like let the people know. Let the people know. But it seems possible that he was actually, never mind, benefit from it too much because of what she was saying about me being a Trump supporter and stuff like that. It wasn't even true, really. I was trying to convince him to do like a grant. I was trying to convince him to pull his money out of oil and put it into something like Dogstar. That's like a sport with dogs. And, you know, I've got tons of ideas, but he didn't accept it. So, you know, that's completely different. It doesn't really matter who becomes president. I'm still going to be like, hey, our country needs this grant or whatever, you know, and I'm still going to try to fix it. Still going to try to fix the country. But anyways, so that's pretty evil. That's pretty messed up to do to somebody. And, you know, politics are supposed to be for fixing things and getting help. They're not supposed to be for people to put down other people because they know how to abuse Facebook and score by making somebody else look bad. Because that's been pretty much what they're doing. And, you know, it's very possible a cute girl only saw like what made me look bad or something like that on Facebook. That's really sad and scary.